Hello, everybody. How are we doing out there? James Espinosa. I am back. I told you I'd be back every Tuesday and every Thursday at 1 p.m. The James Espinosa Show. We are here. We are live. And I'm ready to kick sports' ass. So, on my show today, I have a planned topic. And the question of the day goes along with that topic. Who do you think is the most overrated Dallas Cowboy as we head into the 2023 season? Training camp will be starting at the end of July, and I'm asking you guys, who do you think is the most overrated Dallas Cowboy right now on this current team? I'll let you ponder that for a little bit, let you guys get on in here. First and foremost, before we get the party started, I appreciate those who have subbed to the YouTube page. That's been pretty awesome. You can see the information down below. You could sub to my YouTube channel at Sports Rush Media. That would be fantastic if you did that. And then, of course, all my other Instagram, my TikTok, my Twitter, you could subscribe at Sir Edward James. So if y'all guys were to do that, help the channel out a little bit, that would be fantastic. As it currently stands, I got about 88 subscribers. So 88 subscribers strong, and that's pretty cool. But I could definitely use a lot more of you guys out there, and I appreciate those who have supported thus far. So now that we got that out of the way, who do you think is the most overrated Dallas Cowboys as we head into the 2023 offseason? Well, the Dallas Cowboys, always controversial, always stir the needle, always get you going, always get you hyped up. Dallas, yes, they are my favorite team. You can see me rocking their hat right now. I'm excited about it. So let's go ahead and let's get this going, right? The Athletic, they went and did their annual survey to Cowboys fans. Now, if you're a subscriber over The Athletic, they did their annual survey. And one of the things that they did was that they got together and they put out a questionnaire to all subscribers. And Cowboys fans were allowed to vote in it, of course. And a total of 1,344 votes were gathered over the last week. Now, not everybody voted for all of the 30 questions. Only about 1,095 responses came in over the course of the 30 questions. But one of the key questions was, who do you think is the most overrated Dallas Cowboys player? And with that being said, one of the guys who drew a lot of criticism with that was Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott was actually voted as the most overrated Dallas Cowboys player, and he had 308 responses out of 1,103. Trevon Diggs was second with 210 responses. Michael Gallup was third at 115. Tyron Smith was fourth at 108. And DeMarcus Lawrence rounded out the top five with 59 total votes. So, the Dallas Cowboys fan base voted Dak Prescott as their most overrated player heading into the 2023 season. I don't agree with that. I think that is slightly off base. Without Dak Prescott, guys, would the Cowboys have even been in a position to win last year, win the majority of the games? Without Dak Prescott, where would this franchise even be the past 5 or 6 seasons, past 7 seasons that he's been in the NFL? I think a lot of Cowboys fans are salty towards Dak Prescott based on the season that he had last year. Of course, everybody's going to look at the interception totals. 15 total. Yeah, that's a lot. A lot of bad decisions were made on Dak Prescott's part, but not every one of those interceptions was his fault. A few tip balls here and there, and that's how it goes when you're, of course, a quarterback like that. I imagine at any level, you're not going to have your best throws all the time, right? And Dak Prescott did go 8-4 last year as a starter. Dak Prescott did throw for 2,860 yards in 12 total games, 23 touchdowns as well, 66.2 completion percentage. Dak Prescott played good, but at times he was inconsistent. And that is why I feel that this survey is saying that Dak Prescott is overrated. Now, I don't agree. Do you think that Dak Prescott is overrated as the Dallas Cowboys quarterback? Get in on the chat. Let us know your thoughts on that. Do you think Dak Prescott's overrated? If not, let me know why. If yes, let me know why. And who is your overrated Dallas Cowboy player, if you have one? If you don't, then that's fine, right? Another thing to look at with Dak Prescott and some of the numbers that he's produced last season in particular Interception percentage of 2%. So on all passes, only 2% of his balls were intercepted. 91.1 quarterback rating. That's the second lowest of his career. He had 2 fourth-quarter comebacks and 2 game-winning drives. Everybody's going to look at the playoff record with Dak Prescott. 1-1 last season. Beat the crap out of the Bucs 31-14. Had an amazing game. 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. 75 completion percentage, 305 yards passing, right? Did outstanding. Did a great job. But everybody will look, of course, at the 49ers game, where he had 2 crucial interceptions in some pretty big moments. The comeback route from Gallup, right? Intercepted by Lenore. That happened with 5:54 in the first quarter. It was a 3rd and 9 on the Cowboys' own 21-yard line. That was not a great choice from Dak Prescott. That can be criticized if you are somebody out there who is looking at Dak Prescott with a fine eye. Greg Olsen even said on the broadcast, he's not sure what Dak saw and why he even threw it. I'm not sure what Dak saw either. I mean, the cornerback was draped all over Gallup. Some will say that Gallup didn't run the route completely, but Dak Prescott's job is to process all that information in real time, and if he saw the cornerback draped on Gallup, maybe you shouldn't have thrown it. Second interception in that 49ers game, the tip-off of Ward, and then Fred Warner intercepted it. CeeDee Lamb was blanketed by both guys on the front side and the back side. Dak tried to force a tough ball in there, and thus tip ball interception. That was a 2nd and 2. Ball on the 49ers 18-yard line. The Cowboys are driving with 1:24 till halftime. The Cowboys even had 1 timeout left. That is tough right there. That's tough. And I understand why Dak Prescott gets the criticism. Heavy is the head who wears the crown, especially if you're the Dallas Cowboys quarterback, especially if you're Dak Prescott, who threw a career-high 15 interceptions in the regular season and 2 interceptions in a playoff loss at San Francisco. He's going to get the criticism, but, you know, fun fact, right? Fact of the matter is, if you don't have Prescott on this team, the offense doesn't function at all. He's great. In my opinion, Dak Prescott's in the range of 6 through 10 in terms of NFL quarterbacks. That's where I would rate him, anywhere from 6 to 10. The Cowboys offense, guys, last year was ranked 3rd in the NFL in points scored, but 467, just behind the Eagles and just behind the Chiefs, who are both in the Super Bowl. The offense was good. It's just when it comes down to it, the bottom line with the Cowboys as a team, when it comes to the playoffs these past 27 to 28 years, these past 7 to 8 years with Dak Prescott as the quarterback, the team does not play well enough or play, as a team, essentially, when it comes to playoff time. The team itself fails. Yeah, Dak's had bad games. Yeah, the defense has been gashed before in the playoffs. We saw that. We've seen it. It's just the Cowboys cannot put it all together when it comes to playoff time, and that's the mark of a champion, right? You got to be able to put it all together. So I think Dak being voted as the most overrated quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, it's a lot of recency bias. It's a lot of spurn from the Cowboys fan who wants a Super Bowl. It's a lot of spurn from the Cowboys fan who has this expectation of Troy Aikman and Roger Staubach. Tony Romo went through the same thing, folks. He was getting criticized left and right. Tony Romo was also a turnover machine at times. Tony Romo made some poor mistakes, but Tony Romo put up a hell of a lot of numbers. Just couldn't get it done. And so far throughout Dak's career, he's kind of, suffering that same label as a guy who can't get it done when it matters most. A guy who bows out under pressure in the biggest situation. So just to wrap it all up here with this Dak Prescott topic, I don't think Dak is overrated. I think Dak's one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. I won't put him in elite territory. That's reserved for the top 5, but I'll put him in great territory. Anywhere from 6 to 10, with probably the floor being 12 for Dak Prescott in terms of where he ranks as an NFL starting quarterback. I think Cowboys fans are off base here and that they're living in the moment. Does Dak need to bring those 15 interceptions down? Of course. Does he need to be possibly, making better reads and not force some footballs into areas that are not favorable? Of course. He has things to improve on. And even he will acknowledge that. He's not perfect, but he's not overrated, nor is he dog crap like the majority of you guys want to say out there, especially those who look at Dak Prescott with a very critical eye and can't ever give him credit for anything that he does successfully. You know who you guys out there, You know who you are out there. I've seen you guys. You've been in my mentions before. Y'all guys will attack Dak Prescott at any moment's notice. So that's going to wrap up episode number 2 of the James Espinosa Show. Just a quick little take on Dak Prescott. I was surprised that the fan base voted him the most overrated according to the Athletics Cowboys fan survey. But then again, when you think about it, there's a lot of frustration in Cowboys Nation right now, and it all falls on one guy, fairly or very unfairly, and that would be Dak Prescott. And that's why I think that he was voted the most overrated, even though, in my opinion, Dak Prescott is the most underappreciated superstar on the Dallas Cowboys roster. And without him, this thing doesn't tick, this thing doesn't go, this thing doesn't move the way it has been for the past 7 to 8 years that he has been the starting quarterback. If you want to weigh in on the comments, go ahead and do that. Let me know, is Dak Prescott overrated? Where would you rate Dak Prescott in the pantheon of NFL current quarterbacks? Where does he rank? Is he elite? Is he great? Do you think he sucks? Whatever it might be, let me know. I do want to hear from all of you guys out there. All right. So I'll be back on Thursday. I'll have another topic for you guys. I'll make sure to get that straightened out, get that for you, and make sure, as always, to subscribe to the channel, Sports Rush Media. Subscribe, hit the bell, give us a like, follow us, stay up to date with all the latest content that I'm going to try to put out there during the summer. I do appreciate you guys who have subscribed. Let's try to get this channel to over 100. That would be fantastic. So make sure you do that. Make sure you listen to my radio show, The Sunday Sports Rush, News Talk KEYS, 1440 AM and 98.7 FM. I would appreciate that so much if you did that as well. I'll be back Thursday for another live edition of the James Espinosa Show. Y'all guys have a great rest of your day. Weigh in the comments. I want to hear from you. Is Dak Prescott overrated? Let me know. Talk to you guys soon.